Hey guys, it's Max, and I'm going to start by saying this is a tough story, but last July 2018, I was HIV negative. But in 2019, I saw an old friend in a hotel room. I hadn't seen her for a while and just met up and had unprotected sex. And I just left her room with thinking something was off. Like, did I mess up? What did I do? I figured just being paranoid is just a thing. I just kind of blew it off. And I was at my son's football game a couple weeks later. He was having a tournament and stuff like that. Just remember he had a summer cold, and I got some flu-like symptoms, and I figured since I caught his cold, it's not a big deal. We had, we were sharing a room, and it just, the symptoms blew off and no big deal. So going away to mid-July, my primary, nurse wasn't there. Her partner was there. She actually gave me the physical, ordered my routine blood work and everything. For some reason, she just didn't order an HIV test, and I figured, hey, no big deal. I'll get one next year. It's not really a big deal, and it's probably a good thing because I wouldn't have had the support I needed. I roll out around the mid-September. I saw an ad for PrEP, and I just made the appointment. Went in September 25th. They tested everything. They drew blood. They took a urine specimen. They swabbed my throat, and they even did a swab around my rectum. And I'm straight. I thought that was weird, but that's just their standard testing. And they said the results would take a week, and the meds would come in the mail around the same time. And I didn't see any result in my patient portal after a week, and then I got a phone call. They said, hey, I need you to come in. The guy on the phone sounded like a bit nervous or shaky, and I don't know what's going on. So I told him I could be there in like an hour and a half, and when I went there, we went over all my results, everything. All were negative except one, my HIV. I was diagnosed with HIV-1 positive, and right then it just hit me. I felt like my life force was just gone, strained from my body. Honestly, I wanted to sit there and cry and break down. It was just time to man up, and it's funny, as soon as you get a diagnosis like that, you know exactly when it happened, why you were ignoring all those symptoms. You just kind of blew it off, but you knew something was wrong. They even brought a counselor to talk to me and try and help me through everything. I remember saying all I wanted to do was just be on meds and undetectable ASAP, and they even set up an appointment at the HIV clinic that I chose from their list. So let's rewind to fast forward to 1 week later. I was getting a lot of blood work and appointments for Folliset, and I was feeling terrible. And the whole time I was in denial, telling me it's just a lab error, it's just this, I'm fine, like, it's a bad dream or something. And when the test came back and I saw my VL was like 19,840, and the reality set in October 2019. And that month was hell for me. I was diagnosed on October 1st. My appointment with the ID doctor wasn't until October 30th. So I had no meds until then. And now my counselor kept telling me, oh, you'll be fine, you're okay. I felt like a leper. I felt like I felt like a second-class citizen, a dead man walking. I started reading a lot, learning a lot during that time. I just had so many questions during my first, visit with the doctor, and I found some good websites and valuable info, like ibase.info was really, really good. I kept thinking the thing that helped most was knowing that once I was undetectable, once people know I could live 60 more years, and a virus is basically dormant or in remission. So I had some time. So now I actually have a goal to get undetectable ASAP, and that did make me feel better. So I started on Biktarvy on October 31st, and the VL 1940 and the CD was 269. My following appointment, December 4th, came, and I was undetectable. My next goal was to get my CD4 count greater than 500, and the doc waited until March 4th visit to check the CD4. My results came back even better, 516, even better. As far as my sex life, well, I only date HIV positive women or women on PrEP. The one positive is now I feel just more relaxed sexually, and the sex is actually more enjoyable. I can actually date again. But I think the worst part of all this, the other side than the diagnosis, was just having to deal with the god-awful health department. First, I get a text from them saying, hey, they need to talk to me. And then I didn't bother to text back because, hey, I already knew my results. And then a few days later, They called me. I ignored the call. I just hung up. And I didn't really need someone telling me what I already know. Like, thank you. I figured it out. After about a week later, they attached this letter to my front door with a confidential stamp on the outside. Literally, I was pissed off. I even called my counselor just to, like, have her talk me down. If I'd been home, I would have probably knocked the dude out. Seriously, I would have punched the guy in the face. I just kept thinking, what if one of my kids got to that letter first before I did? There would have been like so many questions and so much problem that I was just not ready to answer or talk about. So now I tell people, look, if they get tested, only leave an email address. So I'm Max. Thank you for listening to my story. I hope this can help someone as well.